I don't know how to lose this belly fat. Okay, well, you take Ozempic and then it goes away. In this case, you talk to us. We'll tell you what that pathway is, and then it's up to you to do the work.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
I think this is a great topic. You know, you'd mentioned this, suggesting this to me before, and I think it's a great topic and an important topic for everybody.
All right.
And we're going to talk about how should we phrase it? The 12
painful mortgage mistakes that buyers who are getting financing make.
Yes. The most painful mistakes that borrowers make when they're buying a home. So number one, you wrote down here, changing or leaving their job.
Yeah. So,
people do that while they're buying a home.
Yeah, and then they try to sneak it through. Like they don't even tell us.
Yeah.
Like we're not going to discover it.
Oh my goodness.
And this will be a reoccurring thought as we go through this. The mortgage process now checks every sort of data aspect from multiple angles. Yeah, because we get into then, well, are you making the same amount of money at the new job? Are you getting paid differently?
Is it the same type of work?
Maybe you're not hourly anymore and you're getting commissions. I mean, these are fundamental things that can break a loan.
Okay, so the next one you have, number two. And again, these are no specific order, guys. We
didn't rank them.
We didn't rank them. We just wanted to make sure we covered them and make sure you guys understand it. Opening new credit for furniture or appliance sales or...
Yeah.
And this has happened to my clients.
Opening new
We
credits.
warn them all the time, but they still can't help themselves.
Yes. Please don't open new credit while in the mortgage process. That's the general answer. And it's not that necessarily breaks the deal for everybody. It just creates 5 new pieces of paperwork that you have to hunt down before that account is even fully set up. Like, get me a statement to show me your balance.
Right.
What is the payment on that? And they don't even have you set up in their systems yet, right?
Oh my, yeah.
So it becomes this catch-22 of, okay, I need paperwork from you now to confirm what's going on, and you can't get it.
The other one is co-signing to help others. This is tied to this one.
Similar things. Sometimes people think, oh, no. I've had people say this to me. Oh, no. They're just using my name. I'm not actually, like, they're just going to put my name on that.
Yeah.
No, you're saying you'll pay this payment. This is now your bill.
You're responsible now.
100%.
If you either loan or spend a large amount of money, make sure you have some kind of a paper trail for what's going on there.
Yeah, there's issues there, right? I've had people be in the middle of a transaction and a family member hits them up and says, I really need to have this money.
Yeah.
You got to do it. And they give them their down payment.
Oh, boy.
They loan the money. And now the paper trailing aspect of this is being able to source this is when this money comes back to you, how are they paying it back to you? Are they going to give you cash? Which now, how do I prove where the cash came from?
Right.
There's all kinds of aspects to that, which is it's not a good time for you to loan large sums of money when you're in the middle of buying a house, right?
And the next one is somewhat counterintuitive to believe it, but it's really important. People who close credit accounts, they close the account.
Yeah.
Why is that bad, John?
Well, there's a couple of things that can come out of that. One is closing accounts frequently will end your ability to get statements and other paperwork on that account, which the mortgage would get involved with. And then other times, in sort of in the longer vision, if you close credit accounts, you can negatively impact your credit score. You would just be better off just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Stay still.
Let it be a zero balance.
Right.
Just let it be. And because capacity is another issue, that's what you're talking about. That's how it affects the credit.
Yeah, I mean, you're losing a positive account saying good things about you. You're, in the case of closing revolving credit like credit cards, you're reducing your amount of available credit, which can hurt your credit score. And yeah, there's bad things that come from that people don't think about. This also goes to the next, and I'm going to jump ahead here, but this also applies to bank accounts.
Right.
Closing bank accounts. We had a recent client just actually this last month who was in the process of buying a house and she lost her checkbook.
Oh.
And instead of like just putting a hold on those checks and like stopping them and getting new ones issued, she chose instead to close the bank account that had the money for the house purchase, right? Once again, not a deal breaker, but thing that it triggers 5 pieces of paper now.
Right.
Because she opened a new bank account. She moved money from the old account to the new account. And none of this I have. Now I have to go and paper trail the money moving around, where it came from, where it went, what's the new account, what's the balance in the new account, and try to scramble and do all of this with like 3 days to closing, right? Creating these new accounts, whether it be opening a credit account, opening a bank account, they're not ready to start giving you paperwork about that account in the first day, right? They go through their process of setting up stuff, and it could take them a week or 10 days to get it, and I simply have to tell you, you need to get it for me. I can't
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing I can do about it, right?
Right. I have the next one is taking a vacation in the middle of a transaction. This has happened. I've seen this before.
So often.
And they're on a ship at sea, and used to be you couldn't even get in touch with them. Now you can kind of reach out to them, but still.
I've said to like my agent friends is like, basically, if you can afford to buy a house, you can afford to go on vacation. Is what it seems like.
Of course.
Because so many people just so happen to have their closing around the time that they're leaving the country.
Well, they're celebrating buying a new house.
I guess.
Okay, so let's talk about the next one. The next one is and this one this is the one that I hear about a lot, and this is and blame gets thrown around on this one all the time. It is all the time. Not prioritizing the process, not prioritizing the mortgage process. What happens is. And you can tell me some stories about this, but I know what happens. Sometimes the borrower doesn't think it's important to get you those documents in a timely manner. They say, "Oh, I got 30 days to get you that stuff."
Right. No, you don't.
No, you don't. You got to get that there quick.
Everything has a time frame, and it's funny how it's a little awkward at times to explain to somebody, "I know you're busy in your life.
Right.
I understand you have a full plate."
Yeah.
But the mortgage has clocks, contractual clocks, for you to get through this home buying process, right? And there's things that have to be done, and they all have lead time and lag time and that sort of thing. You need to make room for this in your life. This needs to be a priority, a high priority for you as you're going through the process, right? You need to be willing to move other things around for your mortgage.
This kind of relates to that to a certain extent, but then we talked about this a little before. Trying to keep secrets.
Yes.
Things you're afraid that the lender finds out about this, I could be in trouble.
Yeah, we had a situation, once again, another one of these recently, where the client kept a secret from us that they knew the whole time. When we discovered it, at first they act like they don't know what they're talking about. We say, oh, maybe it's not yours, maybe it's somebody with the same name, and we get sent down that rabbit hole and this kind of thing, and the client doesn't fess up. Then eventually we get to the end. This client knew about it. This client's been making payments towards it and somehow conveniently forgot. And her answer back was, oh, when you didn't bring it up right from the beginning, I assumed you guys wouldn't find it at all. And so I just stopped.
Yeah.
Right?
Just know it's a process, guys. Yeah. They're going to find it. These three are things that you need to know about that maybe will help you really get that loan.
He's a good hype man.
The first one is... thinking you I gotta have at least 20% down to buy a house.
Still, so many people out there believe you need 20% down payment to buy a home.
Yeah.
Completely false.
Yeah. No, we know FHA is only 3.5%.
And VA 0 and
VA 0
as little as 3.
Yeah.
Very commonly 5%.
Right.
There are tons of options. There's down payment assistance where you don't need any down payment potentially.
That's the first thing. And then there's other things related to this. First of all, not asking your lender for options. I mean, some people go into the process saying, I got to do an FHA loan. That's the way to go.
But they go in completely passive, and they just take the one bit of it, like one offering that the mortgage company or mortgage loan officer might mention or offer.
Right.
And it is absolutely wise of everybody out there to say, all right, well, talk to me about the options I have and beyond the one that you've started with. There's more to look at, and you should... It's very smart to have a general big picture conversation about priorities and goals that you might have when it comes to your entire financial picture.
There's so many people out there who just don't believe it's ever going to be possible for them to buy a home. They're self-disqualified. They're basically saying, I'm not a homeowner. I can't be a homeowner.
Single biggest mistake people make is they self-disqualify.
Yeah.
They say, I'd love to buy a house. I would want it. It's in my dreams. But I can't because of this, my credit. They're not the expert. They shouldn't be making the decision on whether or not they're qualified or not. Nobody is a no forever.
Right.
It's a yes if you do this, a yes when you do that.
Right.
That's it. There's a pathway for everybody. And here's one of the biggest sort of positives we can do for people is by simply showing them the path for how to get to their goal.
Yeah.
Because without knowing how to get somewhere, like, I don't know how to lose this belly fat. Okay, well, you take Ozempic and then it goes away. In this case, you talk to us. We'll tell you what that pathway is, and then it's up to you to do the work.
You've been listening to Las Vegas Real Estate Now. If you ever have a question about real estate or any of the other topics we cover, just call me off air or text me at 702-203-1165. You can also check us out on the web at lvrealestateradio.com or on our handle on social media at LV Real Estate Radio. We'll meet you on the radio next Saturday.